The first is going to be a return, as always, to our spine as the motor, as the engine of motion. So what that means is we're going to have good pelvic floor engagement in order to lift us up. The first mistake you're going to see is a lot of people will start off in their shin box, leg whip their back foot to their front knee, and then try to get up. But you'll notice, in this case, my front buttock, my right buttock is on the ground. If I leg whip over, I'm still entirely on the ground, and now you'll see people struggling to get up like this. Invariably with bad structure, bad form, overlapping the ribs, an unbraced core, and usually involving a breath hold. None of those things are what we want. What we'd like to do to start is, by all means, we can make it easier and we can slack off to one side with our hand on the floor to take some of the load off, but we want to make sure that we are using our tailbone to lift our hip up first. So a very simple exercise that we can do is in that braced position, we can see that with some weight off, if I take my pelvic floor and curl it under, I can, in effect, arrive in what we term a shin stand, standing on my shin. Now, if I were to do this honestly and muscularly, that would involve no sway. Now, fantastic for isolation, fantastic for cultivating strength. It would look like this. Pure tailbone. Notice my torso will not sway at all. There will be a full engagement from the tailbone. I can put my hands on the wall and lift myself up to it. I'll show you what that looks like from behind. I can in fact push against the wall to augment it, and I can go very close to the wall with my front leg. So there's zero room for cheating. And this kind of a motion is fantastic as a workout. I don't even use my hands as an assistance. It will deeply strengthen the flexibility in your hip and teach you what you need to engage in order to get up. But that's for cultivation alone of strength. In application, I'm actually using this little sway. This micro sway is everything. That's the cheat that makes it easy. So what I do is I go back and I rock forward. Now we need to be careful. Because we are utilizing that momentum, there's a huge temptation to leave our tailbone fully unengaged. I can do it and get up here, and now there's no connection to my lower body, and then kind of bring my hips under without any active awareness, just an intuitive counterbalancing. It feels okay and it looks all right, but then in the rest of the sequence, it's going to sort of create a catastrophic domino chain. So what I need to do is, even though I'm swaying, I need to know that my lower pelvic floor is wanting to engage very much. It's knocking at the door, Fred Flintstone style, asking to get in, but it can't fully because I'm in this position. It's waiting for it, and as the sway brings me forward, I'm clenching it here, and then lifting up. And when I do that, it involves very little energy. At first, it requires a lot of intention and a lot of focus, but I go from that muscular isolation, gradually decaying it into a sway and an engagement. And then when I can do that, when I can do a full force open to the world shin stand, then I only need the smallest fraction of that. The smallest fraction of that, and I whip my leg around. And that's all I want. I always recommend trying it without assistance and then going to assistance second. And the reason for that is if I put my hand on the floor right away, I can get up all sorts of ways, and it's not correct, right? It's bad mechanics. So I want to see what my limitations are. If I'm able to do this, I'm going to do it. If I need a training wheel, it's going to come out where I need it. It's not going to be there all the time. I'm going to put it down only as I need it, without any judgment. And if I don't, I'm going to get up here. So that brings us from our shin box to our hunter squat.